And welcome to the Galaxy's Edge podcast. My name is Walt, and we are doing Task Force Loki, the games involving Warlock Company, who are a band of mercenaries. We're using this to debut the Galaxy's Edge role-playing game. And today we have my longtime collaborator and thank God the guy that bails me out constantly on the Galaxy's Edge podcast. We have Daniel. Who are you playing today?
I'm playing as Gino the Sniper.
Right on. Next to him, we have author of The Reservist, J.R. Handley, and he is playing who?
Hammerhead, the heavy. I like to shoot things.
Yeah, we noticed with the way you treated Murder Barbie the last time.
She had it coming. She was plotting on us. I'm just saying. So before we get deeper in, quickly, the intro, what is that from?
Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3.
Battlefield 3.
Launching off the carrier inside of a F-18 Hornet.
Mm-hmm. I only take from the best.
Sorry, I just realized that.
Yeah, it's totally fine. We have Dark Ops 5550, Kale, and who are you playing today?
I'm playing Quinn, the EOD specialist.
Right on. And rounding out our round table, we have Moray being played by Dark Ops Bubba. Who are you playing? Tell us a little bit about Moray.
Hacker specialist who can also do some sleight of hand work and get a canister out of a briefcase while an agent's pissed at everyone else.
Right on.
That is the way.
Don't cross the streams. So we start our game off. You guys were aboard the strike ship that Warlock Company uses. You guys are part of the Bronze Guild, which is a guild of mercenaries and bounty hunters that sometimes do work for the Republic. You get word of another takedown after your last one. Your last one being recovering some stolen material in the form of a biological agent after the strikes by Task Force Raven. The Republic hires you guys to drop planet and check out this arms deal going down. You encounter, encourage, and then follow the sale, only to disrupt and almost get your asses shot off by Murder Barbie. That being the case, when you recover, your boss Scrapper hears word that and what do we got? Knight of Bartoom, is Jared dead yet? Give me a minute. He almost bought it the last time. So you guys get word from Scrapper, your boss, that there's another takedown, and fast forward several hours later, you've made planetfall. You're in a Zodiac. What's that?
Did we get to bring our robot friend?
Yes, you did bring your robot friend.
Oh, freaking standing.
So you guys make planetfall. You hop in a Zodiac, which the robot cannot fit in. So if you need him later, they'll have to do it by hot drop. You hop in a Zodiac to try and get on site a little more quiet than dropping by repulsor inside of a dropship, and the waves are hitting. You guys are bouncing along the boat. The whine of the motor, even though it's a silenced motor, you guys it's still a little loud and choppy. And then you cut the engines as the incoming waves drive you toward the beach. Wow, Knight of Barsoom's going to be taking it on you today. Can the Murder Bot take out JR?
I feel the love. I feel the love.
All play out on its own, buddy. Let it all play out.
They just want you to get back to writing, man.
Yeah, they do. They want. We desperately want the reservists too. So you guys cut the engines and move in toward the beach. And there we go on the beach. So during your briefing, you were told that in a network of caves, there was one of the rabbits that got away during Operation Ravenspear is trying to set up another kind of like MCR cell. And they're using it. They're doing it on this planet in a remote section where not a lot of technology, not a lot of what do you call it? Not a lot of people around, not a lot of sensors, so there's really nothing to kind of give them away as to where they are. You know that there's approximately 20 to 50 people on site, and the word from your boss, Scrapper, is this is a containment or kill capture. So capture, contain, or kill operation. So you guys hit the beach. There's no sentries on that you can see. There's no doesn't appear to be anything going on other than the typical seagulls, water. It seems to be quiet. What do you guys do?
Do we got any indication that the readouts that we can see on the cliffside are or have been recently occupied?
Yeah. There's a lot of traffic in here. So you got footprints on the beach. You got tons of like stray things. Like just looks like it was a really old fort, maybe a couple hundred years old. And so in the sand you have. Excuse me. In the sand, you have tons of like footprints leading in all through here, right? You can see on the escarpments if you walk up there, tons of discarded trash, cigarette butts, like people who how soldiers do what soldiers do to stay awake. They chew on like sunflower seeds and stupid stuff. There's not big batches of trash, but just enough to show you that it's been occupied recently. So. But you don't see anybody as far as like current traffic right now, and you don't see a sentry. Now, Gino, you're former Legion, correct?
This
Or
character
Legion
is
or Legion attached.
it's Nether Ops more so.
Okay,
for this one.
So you know that the MCR, so the Midcore Rebellion, is a little bit. Some of these guys have prior training, both Republic military and the occasional Legionnaire that they hire on for kind of like guidance. So you probably have it in your head to do maybe be a little careful on the way in. So just because you don't see something doesn't mean there isn't something there.
Mm-hmm. I'll go ahead and try to like scan or surveil the area and get more information that way. Just try to track to see if I can see where they may have been moving towards.
Mm-hmm.
Do we got drones we can send up to get us a little bit of a visual?
You guys have micro drones with you, so they're about the size of like one of those little toy helicopters. You pull them out and then you just throw them. A little helicopter blade turns on and it flies to wherever you send it. But just remember, this is Republic tech, so just like anything made by the lowest bidder, the deeper you go into that cave, all that rock, those rocky surfaces. Excuse me. All those rocky surfaces might end up showing you, might end up cutting out that signal.
So why don't we send one up into the air and make sure we have visual that this isn't an ambush we're getting ready to walk into?
Yeah,
I don't like not having the high ground.
Can you also update the Roll20 so that we can see that as well?
Yeah.
I was wondering if I could also pull up my slate and see if I could get a kind of comm relay that might be nearby.
There we go.
There we go. So, all right. So you guys, you're looking for a comm relay and you're looking for lookouts and stuff like that, JR?
Yeah, I just want to know that there's not something waiting to ambush us just out of sight of those escarpments.
And just to let everybody know, Knight of Barsoom wants me to put tree zombies in here because they're busting my chops because this is the map that I used when we did the game with Shadow the Illustrator and Nick Cole. They're like, that looks oddly familiar. Are we gonna have tree zombies? I'm like, yeah, you guys suck. All right, so where
do
you
we
going?
see any tree zombies?
You do not see any tree zombies yet.
Is that where
keyword there was yet.
Is that break in the barrier up there? Can I scale that easily?
Well, if you see on this, not on the. All right, I'll do it over there. That's fine. So right here.
Yeah, I see that.
That's a path leading up.
Yeah.
Right. So if you wanted to, you could move that to here, jump across, and then make your way there. Or if you wanted to, this is a break in the wall. You could just climb that.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Is that easily climbable?
All right. So you're going there?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to put you there.
That's Hammerhead.
Whoops. My bad. Balder was telling me that I was moving the wrong token. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Everybody's a critic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, all right. So let's see. Gino is going to move up there. You're going to climb all the way up?
Yep.
All right. All right. So
Provide Overwatch.
Yep. Provide Overwatch. Give me an awareness check.
Okay, 1 second. Let me pull up my sheet. Awareness is just regular awareness or search?
Awareness.
Okay. That's a 8.
An 8. Okay. It's rocky. It's dirty. There's some sand. It gets everywhere. Where
Yeah, it
Horrible.
does.
what are the rest of you guys doing?
Well, I'd still like to try and roll for that comm search.
Okay. Go ahead. So do you have awareness?
Yes.
All right. Wait a minute. So that's Moray, right?
Yes.
Let me just bring up your character sheet right there. Da-da-da-da. And you can either use network intrusion or you can use your awareness. So your awareness is at 3D. And then you have network intrusion at 5D. So what we would do is you would take, you would roll 5 dice and then keep the highest 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll do network intrusion. Because, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
16.
All right, 16. You get, you're not getting any ingoing or outgoing comms, but you are detecting a network.
Okay.
So there's something broadcasting here wirelessly. It's not broadcasting out hot band, so you're not getting like radio to radio communications to like one of the other continents or anything like that. But you are getting like a computer, like a digital network. So like an intranet.
Should I push it and get into the internet?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna
So
go with it.
your target number for that is a 13.
Okay.
No pressure.
14.
Groovy.
Hey.
All right. So you break in and there's some low grade traffic stuff. It looks like a lot of like inventory control. But nothing is like standing out to you. It's weird stuff. You see where is it? You see 15 cases of whipped cream.
Oh, have people been doing whippets?
Right.
Wait. This is
Okay.
we've got former
Hey.
legions in this. Are we talking legion weird or are we talking like civvy weird?
Right. Well, here's what he's seeing on the current manifest he's able to log into. So 15 cases of whipped cream. You have 10 cases of pancake batter. You have
How many pancake batter again?
10 cases of pancake batter. Right. And this, if you want, I'll read the whole laundry list, but it's all food items like you might stock a professional restaurant with.
Okay. Well, I actually don't know the full background of my character. Like, was he former Legion or was he?
You tell me.
I.
You tell me.
Yes.
Is he former Legion?
He was Dark Ops.
Was he?
Yeah,
was
sure.
he,
Let's go Dark Ops.
he was a Legion Dark Ops slicer, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's go with that.
All right. So, what do you want to use that kind of a background for?
No, I was just trying to figure that out. Like, to me, this sounds kind of like they're hiding what they really want to transfer underneath stuff that's no one's going to take a second glance at.
Okay. So do you tell the rest of your crew that?
Yeah.
All right. Shadow the Illustrator wants to know if do they have prime rib?
Do they have prime rib?
They have meats listed, but you don't see prime rib. So
What about Wabonki steak? I hear those taste great.
Oh my god.
It doesn't appear that they have any Drusic clients, so probably not. All right. So where do you guys go from here?
All right. Well, we've got Overwatch, so I think the rest of us should advance into the cave network.
I was gonna have my
there?
guy make my way over there and then do a
Gotcha.
search.
All right. What are you looking for?
I'm just gonna search the area and look out for like any maybe mines even because that'd be I don't think Hammerhead would like that if he stepped on a bouncing bedding.
I would just wrestle it.
That would be a 13.
You start switching vision modes because you guys don't have full Legion helmets, except for Gino. Gino's rocking Dark Ops gear, but yours is modified, right? So it doesn't look like Dark Ops gear. So Gino starts flashing through the different vision modes, and let's see, where is it? So right around here, right where you got that big skeleton down in the bottom of the cave. There is what looks like temperature variations running in parallel lines. So maybe tripwires, maybe
Power cords.
Power cords. You're not really sure.
So
Why don't we send the drones in and get a better look?
Okay, so the drones you're carrying are little aerial drones. They're basically like flying cameras. They won't be able to. When you switch back to normal vision mode, all you see is sand.
So what I'll do is I'll let Quinn know. I say if you go over to where that skeleton is, there's some weird looking stuff. Maybe you should check that out because I think that's in your wheelhouse there, bud.
We advance cautiously.
Okay.
Yeah.
JR poke the cords.
Yes. So I think advancing with some caution is a good idea, but I want to get as close as possible without tripping anything off and see what I can make out of it.
All right. So that would put you right about there.
That's me.
Do we see any obvious?
Moray is the other guy.
Hold on. Do we see any like heavy sticks, beach debris?
No, just sand and dirt and flora and fauna.
Did we see any when we were coming in that we could? My thinking is if we have something, I could just toss it ahead of us and get it to land there. And if it's an IED, it goes off when we trip it prematurely.
Problem is we don't know if it's connected to something else. So it could be like a cluster munition, or it could just be wired in the sand. We don't know.
It could also just let everybody know that, hey, there's people here now.
People mean targets. Targets mean dead people.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'd rather do that without them shooting at us.
Okay, you take all my fun away.
All right. So what are you guys going to do?
I want to try to figure out what we're playing with here and see if it's something or nothing.
All right. You're going to use your EOD techniques, your EOD stuff?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you move up to where you start seeing the temperature variations and give me a roll. So let's see. Where did you go? You're over here somewhere. Bring up your character sheet. And for those who want a little inside baseball, we can show the character sheet because, we have the technology. Yeah, it's almost like
it's gonna be 3d6, isn't it?
We'll tell you that in just 1 second when we get to the application. So there's your character sheet, right? So if you look at your sheet, right, you can see that. So you can see that it says technology, right? So you have technology at 3D, right, which means that when you're generally dealing with technology, you're going to roll 3 dice. You have EOD technology at 4D, so you can roll 4 dice. but you can only keep 3.
Can I use my base technology to roll to see if I can give him an extra die to assist?
Sure. Yep. Hit me up. So
All right.
for every 6, you got 1 6. All right. So
Yep.
you can now roll 5d, but you're going to keep the highest 3.
Okay. 5, 3, and 2. Yeah, it was not a great roll.
3 and 2. Yep. Go ahead.
I was
What's
going
up,
to say
James?
I could use my exotic wrestling skills to motivate him not to fail if he tries again.
No, nice try. Nice try. You showing him how to do a pile driver isn't going to help him expose a bunch of hidden wires.
You lose a competency die for that, JR.
Do it or else.
Nice try.
That's the fine print, but I don't speak Drusic, so it's okay. I can't read it.
Yeah. All right. So you guys start poking. Jack starts poking around and exposes the corner of a piece of looks like plywood, like actual refined wood that you might get in a hardware store anywhere in the Republic. You start like moving a little more dirt, and you can see underneath is what looks like heavy gauge tinfoil.
Okay.
That doesn't look good.
Do you want to continue trying to expose it?
Since I don't have a clear view of what it is, I think I'm going to press my luck just a little bit.
Right. All right. So you're going to continue to expose it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Give me a 12 or higher on that 4D.
Ooh.
Ouch.
And this time nobody can help him because he's kind of hovering over it by himself.
Ah.
What'd you get? A 12?
Yeah.
Oh, so tie goes to the runner. You're good. Right? So you expose it, and now you see it's a pressure plate. So you have a piece of what looks like a board with wires running to each side, attached to what looks like that heavy gauge tin foil, or you're not sure what kind of metal it is.
Right.
But so underneath it is another board with the same setup. And it seems like there are 2 springs on either side, keeping the boards apart. And when you step on it heavy enough to disengage the springs and press the 2 pieces of foil together, it's going to act like an activator.
Okay.
But it's buried. It was buried deep enough to where you're not going to see it.
Do we see the outline so we can now mark it and avoid it? Because we do have the HUD glasses.
Oh yeah. You can mark it in your HUD, so that way when you come back to it, it won't. You won't be looking at it like, oh no, blah blah blah.
Now,
where did we put it?
there's wire connecting to it. Where do those wires go?
Do you see the little skeleton that's right there?
Yes, sir.
All right. They're leading under there.
Both of them are?
Yep.
I asked Quinn what he's found.
So I relay that I found what looks like to be like an actuator that's leading to the bones.
Is there anything there that we can repurpose for our own uses, or do you think it's best in all your experience to just let it lie and move on?
Here's what I'm thinking. We leave it in case we got to make a fast exit, and we just throw a save a fragger and detonate that for an even bigger bang. Boom. No more followers.
I have an ion blaster. Do I know if that makes a loud noise when I fire it?
It's loud-ish. So, have you ever fired a suppressed weapon?
No, but I've heard them.
Okay, so it's about that loud.
Okay.
So it's gonna sound like a heavy metal tap, right? With like a rushing sound.
Kind of like two 2x4s clapping together, kind of thing.
Not that loud. Not that loud. Kind of like somebody tapping a ruler on a desk. So about that loud.
Okay.
And then like a rush of what sounds like a rush of air, which is actually the ion pushing out. Yeah, the Wobonki.
So Quinn, what do you think?
How taut are the wires? I know that's a weird question, but
not very.
Not very.
No, they're kind of just like lazily laid there.
So it looks like it's an electroactivated.
Yep.
So if we cut those wires, it shouldn't do anything.
Correct.
because it needs the.
Do you dig around the bones to see what kind of explosive you have, or
I think it'd be a better idea to cut wires first and then see,
okay?
since it's electrically primed. Cut the source off before any sort of problems.
But that removes the chance that JR, stepping on it because
Sets
he
it
gets
off.
bored.
I mean, I do have an ion blaster. We know it doesn't make that great of a noise for such a far reach. That does kill electronics.
Yeah.
So-
So I'll relay my thoughts of this. This looks like an electrically primed device. If we cut the wires, we can pretty much disarm it. I don't know what's at the skeleton. I could go play around and figure it out, but we don't know if there's other actuators nearby.
We got a mission, and it isn't to play EOD on some alien planet.
I think
That is
it'd be a good idea, just to be safe. Go ahead and cut the wires, and then we'll just mark that area and move on.
Okay, so that is what I will do.
All right. 12 or less.
Roll for a save versus death.
Yeah, right.
No, I failed that last night.
What was that?
Man,
You
I
got
am
a
not rolling
6.
good. Jesus.
You got a 6?
Well, you said
Yeah, I got
yeah,
a
you
6.
said 12 or less.
You know why? Because you don't have paladin dice.
Yeah, that is. You know,
They're
what?
not sponsoring us. Don't go there yet.
Dude, I got next level gaming dice, all right?
Wait, does Hazard Studio have dice? It's Hazard Studio dice.
Yeah, I have Hazard Studio dice
Well, then why
Oh.
aren't they sponsoring it?
because I'm Hazard Studio. You jerk.
Technically,
See, here are my Hazard Studio dice right there, buddy.
Well,
Yellow
that
and
doesn't
black.
take away from the question.
Well, that's true. But technically, that kind of be like.
So you'll buy
Sure,
yourself a
you-
cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
That kind of be like pleasuring yourself on stream kind of thing.
yeah, self-masturbatory.
You don't judge.
All right, so you got a 6.
Yeah.
You're sitting there, you're working the wire, you're trying to, dig around and make sure it's all cool, and then all of a sudden you hear a boo, like a something powering up.
Mhm.
I'm hitting the deck.
back off, back off, back off.
So, what do you do, Quinn?
So I think because of that, is the wine coming from the actuator plates or is it coming from the bones?
It's coming from the bones.
It's coming from the bones. Do I have time to cut both wires just real nonchalant and hit the deck?
Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want. Nothing's exploded yet, but you did hear something power up.
I did hear something power up. I'm going to cut
Dude.
both wires.
All right,
Just
12 or
Caution
less.
to the wind.
Are you guys all moved back?
I'm moving my ass back.
Where are
I'm
you going?
perfectly. I'm happy up
Yeah, you're
up
perfectly
top.
safe.
I want to.
Oh, 14.
14?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you clip both wires, right? And you hear pew, like something powering down.
Okay.
See, we should have had our EOD keystroke haze guy here.
Yeah, because he does. He used to be EOD in the Air Force and on the police. All right, you hear something power down.
Cool. I'll just kind of let out a sigh of relief and be like, well, that was fun.
And then it detonates.
yeah, it detonates.
So
It's all unplugged. I'm going to walk over and check on it too. Just see what could have been less fun.
It looks like Savage era tech level. So these are 9 artillery shells
Ooh, daisy chained.
stuffed with plastic explosive
Oh,
Been there, done that. Got
and
deeper.
put under those bones, buried deep. And it looks like somebody took the time to rearrange the skeleton to make sure that it was back in so it looked undisturbed.
Mhm.
So whoever placed this did a really good job. So,
Using my survival skills, do I have any indication of how long ago that was?
give me a roll 9 or less.
Let me see what that dice is. Survival is
now, when you say 9 or less, does that mean
Excuse
that
me.
you have to,
Excuse me. Yeah. So 9 or higher. 9 or higher.
So how many dice of the? I got 3 dice for that. How many do I roll?
3.
you roll all 3?
I was just wondering if you said something earlier about rolling and keeping the higher ones.
Yeah, you always keep the top 3.
Yeah, you always keep the top 3. when you're rolling more than 3 dice, you want to keep the top, obviously, because you're trying to get that number or higher. So if you kept the bottom ones, you're obviously going to fail, unless that's your gig, in which case
15.
All right. Yeah. So you have maybe a month, a little over a month that this was judging by the rate of decay and some of the flora they used to kind of hide things, and the sand and grit on top of the bones.
This is fresh, boys. This is fresh.
As fresh as Murder Barbie, right?
She had it coming. I'm telling you, don't trust that girl.
I move back up next to Quinn.
Okay.
Somebody's laughing.
That's my wife. She's probably laughing at me.
It happens.
So,
All I'm gonna say, Quinn, is you're crazy.
All right, so I think it's time to quit
Crazy.
jerking around and
it's
advance
just
into
fun.
this and finish this mission.
yeah, I'm gonna make my way over along up here.
Hold on.
If you can see my pings.
Nope, not yet. I was on a different screen.
How
do that
dare?
again? Yep. Okay,
Your
you're gonna
phone,
make
who
your way
did?
up there. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Can you share the map with us?
Yep. Hold on a second.
No, you're not allowed to see JR.
Yeah, you're not allowed to see
I
JR.
believe it.
Yeah, JR is hidden at all times. All right, let's see. We got that. Whoop, just like so. All right. Yep. So you are making your way right here.
Yep.
Right.
Around the rim.
All right. And so far, nothing. No people, no interaction.
Yeah, I'll make my way down towards. I try to click on the map.
How high
There
is
we
it?
go.
Can you just drop?
It's about 15 feet from where you are to where he is. So 15 feet up.
So I say we advance deeper into this cave system and find our target.
That's
All right,
just an overpass there.
Yep. So Gina, you're going right there for now.
Yeah, I was going right over here.
All right. And up here is the cave entrance.
Yep. Rock on. Let's dive in.
All right.
Do we see anything at the cave entrance? Any tripwires, anything like that?
You don't see anything plainly visible.
Can I
Doesn't
use my
mean-
survival skills and see if I notice anything?
Go for it.
All right. I got
You need on survival, you're going to need a 12 or higher.
a 12, a 6, a 4, and a 2.
All right. You notice some scuff marks in a wall.
Any indication of what those scuff marks are?
You're not really sure. It looks like, whoops, you don't want to see that.
Oh, that looks bad.
Yeah, that looks bad. It's not going to be that bad. I have to clear off the board.
That was the
but-
first encounter.
Yeah, that was the first encounter. You don't know what the scuff marks are. It looks like maybe somebody hammering pitons, but you're not really sure.
Okay. So I relay that to the crowd, and then we keep on keeping on.
Is anybody else looking?
Are there
Yes,
any,
I'd like to do my EOD check again, see if I see anything protruding or just anything out of the weird.
Do I see any like machinery tracks in the sand leading into the cave, like carts or something like that?
Do you have awareness?
Yeah.
Give me an awareness check.
All right.
So you need a 10 or higher.
13.
13. It looks like somebody swept the cave.
Like with a broom?
Either a broom or they took a branch and
To
went
remove-
back and forth several times to remove tracks.
Okay.
Okay. Any and do I need to do EOD roll?
That's up to you.
I would like to do one. Yes.
I would like to check for things that blow me up.
Yes,
Okay.
that would be fun.
Go ahead.
Hey,
What'd
that's
you get?
That's a good
not
one.
bad. I got a 21.
21. Holy
Minus
crap.
5.
Yeah, on 3 dice.
Yeah,
Or,
you
uh,
minus.
Yeah.
You minus 5.
I apologize. I'm an idiot.
Not an idiot. All good.
16.
16. Okay. Yeah. You don't see any explosives, but in the area that JR was checking and found those scrape marks, you find a sensor.
Okay. I'm going to immediately relay that to everyone.
I pull up my slate and see if I can get a reading off that sensor.
Well, hell,
Okay.
I guess I just got fired.
JR, quit touching stuff.
Someone say you could die.
So for your technology roll, Moray.
Yeah.
You need a 12 or higher.
Would this be intrusion?
Yep.
Or
This would be your intrusion technology. Yeah. So you breaking into the net and breaking stuff.
That's 11.
You know it's broadcasting. You don't see what it's broadcasting to.
Okay.
Two guards open up their briefcases and aim at you.
What was that? I can't hear you with cookie in your mouth.
If you didn't bring enough for the whole class, you don't get to eat any.
They got their what do you call it? Their machine guns. All right, so
Oh, he did bring it up for the class. Ooh.
wow, that's impressive.
Well, he's hundreds of miles from me.
All right,
FedEx will get it there in a week. It'll be fine.
All right, so you know it's broadcasting to somewhere. You don't know where.
Are we in the immediate view of the sensor?
No, you're behind it.
Okay, so it hasn't seen us yet.
Is there like a corresponding place on the other side of the wall that the sensor is connected to?
It does not look like a trip sensor, like you might have like a laser and a receiver.
Okay.
It looks more like it looks more like some sort of not really a camera, but maybe like a FLIR or something used to register in a certain spectrum.
So it could be a heat sensor.
So like a recording device.
Might be a recording, might be a FLIR, forward-looking infrared. It's very small. JR missed it, but he might not have known what to look for. So with your ability to kind of suss out technology, you feel that this is some sort of detection device, but not like an actual like camera.
Okay. Would I know what the cone of sight on it would be?
It looks like, based on the aperture, you're probably thinking in a cone.
Do I know how wide that cone would be?
Unable to know that until you take it apart.
Okay.
And if you take it apart, somebody will probably know you're messing with it.
Okay.
So you said it's probably an infrared device, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Any ideas? I'm running. I don't got an idea.
I think we should mark it and then continue on down, and just keep an eye on that and be a little bit more aware as we walk through the cave area, because we don't want to trip anything.
Well, I have a flare, so if it's infrared, why don't we try to blind it so they don't know our numbers?
Oh, that's an idea.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you doing to it?
I'm gonna pop a flare, and well, first off, I'm gonna say, hey, what if we do this? Because they'll know either way. At least this way we can conceal our numbers.
I think that's a solid idea. How about you, Moray?
Well, I mean, we also have ration bars. Ration bars are wrapped in, I'm assuming, some type of foil.
Gonna cover it with foil?
Yeah, that can I believe that black sensors, if I remember, if movies haven't.
Does infrared go through tinfoil?
It depends. Depends on the kind of lens you use.
I know it doesn't go through glass, but I don't know. I don't think we have any glass.
Could always put JR's bucket over it.
We've got what is it called? Drawn black. We've got plasma cutter. We could just slice it and dice it and rock on if we're worried about our numbers.
I have a holocam watch. Is there any sort of glass on that?
Probably the face.
I've got a multi-tool. Is
Multi-pass.
Yeah.
Multi-pass. All right. So what are you guys doing to it?
Well, since it's infrared, I want to try to
Yeah,
pop
let's just blind
the
it and walk by it.
lens.
Maybe they'll just take it as a bad reading.
All right. So what'd you say you're gonna cover it with?
I would like to try to take the glass face off my hollow watch and then wrap it in one of the tinfoil, like what Moray was saying.
And then tape it over
And
the
then-
sensor.
Yeah, so it kind of gets that double effect.
Right on.
Sure.
I'm
While they're doing that, I'm going to move over to the thing and then jump down.
I'm gonna eat the ration bar that they opened. Waste not wanting on people. It's
Fair
the
enough.
way.
Fair enough.
All right. So you guys secure that in and then move into the cave.
Yep.
All right. So it's quiet. I mean, all you're really hearing is the echo of the ocean off of the cave walls. And you eventually come to a fork. And once again, you really can't tell one versus another.
Do we
where
see
people
any
are going?
indication of tracks on one versus the other?
That's the thing. It looks like both sections were heavily swept out to kind of give it the impression of.
What about an awareness check on the walls to see if there's any markings?
Doesn't look like it. So
Can I use my Legion bucket to look down each tunnel, see if there's any differences in like
Heat signatures and the
ambient
like?
temperature, stuff like that?
no, it looks about the same. And the tunnels aren't straight. They have a tendency to curve and move off in different directions. And so there's really not a lot. Really not a lot you can dig up as far as like checking things out on the back end. Do you guys continue forward?
Do we want to split up maybe, like teams of two?
No, when we stick together, I say we pick a side, roll the dice, I don't care, and then we mark where we split. So if we backtrack, we know.
All right. So
Mark it in your bucket there, Nether Ops, Carnival.
our odds are evens, Jr.
We'll say evens.
Okay.
Even Steven.
All right. So I'll choose
And
odds.
it's
We got
Hammerhead.
odds. So I'm going to choose the which one would you have chosen, Jr.?
I would have gone to the left, so you probably
All
want
right,
to go
I'm
to
going
the
to go right. Yeah. So we all head right.
Okay.
Fire Team Wedge.
Gotcha. All right. You pass by. I don't know.
Gino will be in this point because he's got the bucket.
I'm gonna feel a little weird about that, but okay. All right. So you guys.
Why is that weird?
Sniper, you want in the back.
Well, he's
Yeah.
the only one with the advanced optics in the bucket. He gets the fancy gear.
All right. So now you guys travel for a little bit and exit from a tunnel. And
No.
It's so white.
the tunnel ends into a big. It's white. Did I put you on the wrong one?
No, I see a cavern.
And as we're walking, I want to note our discrepancy on the equipment and feel that the rest of the team should also be outfitted with buckets and send that up our quartermaster chain of command.
Aha. Yep. Duly noted. When you can actually get a signal out through all this cave and
Well,
rock. and
it'll hold the
limestone.
message and send it when we can.
All right. So if you scroll down to the bottom of the map, you guys exit the cave down in this location. And looking off in the distance, you can see what looks like an adobe or kind of like built into the rock face building. You can see a series of workers moving around. They're checking different things. It looks like they're installing cameras. It looks like oh no, we lost Gino.
Uh-oh.
Those damn dobies took him out.
Oh no, somebody sniped him. He probably stepped on a pressure plate.
Probably.
So you got technicians moving around and kind of trying to install things. It looks like they're moving in and out on different tasks. You got a series of crates over here on this side. In the north, east, northwest, and southeast part of the cavern, you can see those mechs similar to the kind that you had. The ones that you bought.
Way to tease us.
The right here in the above this building is a large cave entrance to the top. And while you're watching, it looks like this guy right here. Do-do-do-do. So this guy on the corner of the roof is doing. He's got a couple of those wand type flashlights, and he's putting his arms up and down, kind of like, "Hey, here I am. Let's go." And they drop a fourth mech through the roof onto the roof of the building. When it hits the building, it turns and then activates repulsors to come off the top and starts walking toward this section of the map.
All right, there, Mr. EOD Tech. I suggest we get your ion flare e-banger or whatever. We tie it to one of the drones, and we can take out with an aerial shot the mechs.
Yeah,
we could start weaponizing those drones. We prep those just in case, because that's a lot of target-rich environments, and we only get one quick kill before it's a shooting gallery.
So
what?
Go ahead.
Would I have been able to play with the mech that we purchased and been able to understand how to intrude into its systems?
I would think so. JR says yes.
You're in charge, right?
I mean, in my world, I am.
His role is the reservist.
Well, this is not exactly the reservist.
Nope.
This is more like
because then the chef stuff would have actually been food.
Yeah.
The problem is I only have 2 ion.
Well, I have an ion blaster.
Okay.
So
I have Micro Banger 1 and Micro Fragger 3.
Yeah.
I got
Micro Bangers. I know. Hold on. We've got our grab bikes listed. Is that something that?
No, you don't have them. You don't have them with you.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was something that was portable, like fold out.
My God, what happened?
You stepped on the IED. You went to Valhalla. They sent you back. They said you weren't ready.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you missed while you were out, you have this big cave complex that you guys had just entered, right? You got a series of buildings up in here. Right above this building here, there is a large opening in the cave roof, right?
Okay.
So it's kind of there's water dripping down from it. They just dropped this mech through the ceiling onto the roof of the building. The mech then did its repulsor jump jet thing, and now it's walking toward the southern edge of the map,
which I'm guessing would have been the route I wanted to take, and we could have assaulted the objective with style and panache.
Just keep in mind, style and panache. You do have lookouts right here, so if you expose yourself too much past, they can't see you here, but Gino's bucket can map them based on all sorts of stuff and all sorts of tech. So he knows that there are 2 people here.
Does he have the ability to prioritize targets based on the data he's getting? If we wanted to start shoot 'em up cafe?
Well, it's saying that all these guys in the plate carriers with rifles, those guys are probably your secondary target. The mech, it is labeling as "Holy shit, red shirt. What did you do? What did you do?" And then these technicians don't look like they're carrying weapons, but they do look like they're just moving around in and out.
Oh, did somebody die?
Not yet.
Okay.
Is this mech at a lower elevation?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay.
They've got repulsors, so they can jump.
I asked Murray if he has a skill to be able to hack into that mech.
Well, I asked, our Grand Commander Walt, if I was able to, with the one that we purchased, if I was able to play around with it and be able to get the experience of hacking into it.
You can hack into it if you want.
So speaking of Grand Commander, what is the official title of the Game Master, Dungeon Master, or it all for the role play game of the Galaxy's Edge? Is it Legion Commander?
Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh.
I mean, would you actually be?
It is now.
Outstanding.
Legion Commander, is it possible to do this?
So I do have a question for over here. Is that just like a little offshoot, or is that like a totally separate entrance?
So ping it again.
Top
We
left.
could have gone for Solomon too, but
Go ahead. Up in here, you mean?
Yes, sir.
Maestro.
It looks like either another entrance or an exit of some sort.
we can't send our drones because they'll spot us. That'll be a dead giveaway.
Well, do you want me to
Dead
try and
giveaway.
hack the closest one?
Well,
Yeah, I think that'd be a good move.
Well,
What else?
I was thinking that since we do have drones, what if we send one to backtrack, go down the other way, and see if it leads to this northwest corner? Because if we can get there, that pushes us right into the building, and that gives us a little bit more cover.
We can do that as well. So, Hammerhead, can you run that? Can you run that drone and have it backtrack and check out that route?
Yes, it can.
All right. So you launch your drone and try and fly it past all these people.
Well, no, back
No,
through
no.
the cave.
Yeah, where we came from, where
Oh,
we
so you're
went
going to
right.
fly it all the way out and try and find that cave entrance?
Yeah, trying the other entrance So when we split left or right, and I said left, so he went right. I want to go back the way we came and then go the left route and see where that takes us.
That will, where it's going to take you. That'll bring you here. All right. So that'll bring you.
I'm not seeing the map. I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let me put it back up. No. Damn it, Boomer. Right here.
Yeah,
Right, so okay. Well, we could use it to lure them out.
Oh yeah, you could have them like smash the drone into the wall or something like that, or like can you self-destruct the drone?
Well, can we tie the e-banger onto it? Will it support the weight?
It'll support the weight.
We could detonate that, and then we get our sniper ready to pop a shot when it gets close.
Well, hold on. Let's have Moray try to hack the mech first, and then we'll have the drone as a backup. So that way, if Moray, but he would never fail. He would never fail a hack roll in this game. He has the utmost skill. So I don't think we need to do it, but it's good to have a plan B.
So real quick,
I will pass off the drone to the other guy, and I'm going to set up my SAB and be ready to go crew served if I need to, because that gives us a bonus on lethality.
Well, so I've got an underslung grenade launcher. I can load up one of my ion charges and aim it at the drone just in case.
So I would like to get over to here, Walt, if you can see.
Yep.
Where I can just barely see this guy and get a beat on him just in case.
All right, just keep in mind that's also going to put you in. Right now, you guys are kind of recessed back in the cave a little bit, so you have some cover. If you go that far forward, that forward-facing mech is going to see you.
Oh, I thought you said he was at a lower elevation.
So
right,
first,
he's still at a lower.
everything
He's
else
at a
below.
lower elevation. I mean, if you crawl on your belly, you might.
That's
be
what I
able
was.
to,
Yeah, that's what I was going to try to.
but you don't know what kind of sensors he's got.
Why
Gotcha.
don't we hack
Kind of
first
back.
and then adjust fire accordingly?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hack on.
All right.
No
this-
pressure.
And then the drone is in the other cave, right?
Which cave?
The left cave over here. Oh, god damn it! I tried clicking on the
on
stupid.
this one.
Yeah, that one.
So we have it
Yep.
hovering back far enough that it's ready to advance should we need it.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay.
All right. So you go to hack. All right. So you need a 9 or higher to get into the network.
Oh my god, he actually made the roll.
I got 12.
Nice.
How freaking standing.
All right. So were you nervous?
Yes.
Was it like the past 3 rolls you've always wiped them?
All right. So you get into the network. You what do you call it? You shut down its forward sensors and put it in standby. All right. So and now Hammerhead, you're advancing to here.
No, Gino.
I'm sorry, Gino's advancing. So, whoop.
So that way I have a beat on him. God
Gotcha.
damn it, I keep doing it! That guy. That guy right there.
Sket Kelhorn. Come on,
Oh, but-
language.
Sake.
Oh,
All right.
sake.
So when you get out that far, Gino,
Mm.
you get a better lay of the land because your bucket is it gives you like little dots and stuff like that, but it's not really showing you facing locations.
Yeah.
It looks like this guy that's kind of behind a low wall. It looks like at one point there was a building there and it kind of crumbled apart.
Okay.
He's got eyes on this guy.
Mm.
So there's a low bridge covering that little meandering kind of where the seawater is cutting through,
Okay.
and he can see that guy, and he
Oh.
has partial view of this guy here.
All right. How about this guy up here?
Yep, he's the one who's looking
Yeah.
at these guys. Yep.
Is anybody
What
looking
are
at
they?
him?
What are they carrying? Are they in
I think these
Merc
two
armor,
guys
Liege
are-
armor? What are they wearing?
It looks like they're wearing heavy plate carriers with shoulder plates, and they're all wearing helmets, but not full buckets.
So
not closed face plates.
yeah, is anybody watching him specifically?
No, it looks like these two right now, the guys up here, are kind of watching the mech. It looks like it's heading this way, so it's heading down toward this little stream. So it's heading that way. They're watching the mech, probably kind of guiding it away from like overhangs in the rock face, fissures, so that it doesn't fall into this little crag, that kind of deal.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'll just have a beat on that guy up in the center over here, and then I'll let somebody else do something.
All right, what are you guys doing?
What? Which one do we have hacked again?
You have this drone right here. It's in standby.
Why don't we start the shooting gallery now? Because I mean, at this
Well, we
point,
still
we've got.
3 mechs.
Right.
Well,
so
I've got one with an
I can
ion. Hold on, I've
Yeah.
got one with the ion grenade that'll take out the electronics. So as soon as the mech gets to the bridge, we'll send the drone in and take it out. And then once that happens, have your cue to turn the other one on. How long does standby to active take?
it'll take a minute or two. The problem that you know from your experience of serving inside of Warlock Company is that a single grenade might not take out one of these mechs. You might damage it, but a single ion grenade isn't going to be enough to take one of these out.
So if I send the ion grenade after you, once it's in position and you spool up the other one, and then you'll target it at the same time. So together we'll take out
Who's you?
whoever's controlling the drone. I mean the mech.
So that's
And
more.
then we get Gino with his stealth Carnival comms to call in for a hot drop to be prepped for our other mech asset to come in through the roof.
What do you mean hot drop?
There's a giant hole right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. So there's
You're saying to tell our other mech that we had to drop in.
Yes.
Titanfall inbound.
Yeah.
Okay.
and hot drop is the
I
same
need a
exact-
little bit more.
Well, if you hadn't
you know,
gone and died and come back, you would have caught that.
uh-huh.
got to be that guy. All right. So
All right.
so you're starting to hack. You're going to try and hack that second one. What are you
Well,
guys doing?
I was gonna
I
ask,
think
do you
he's-
want me to try and get as many of these hacked as possible.
Yeah, let's get the two in the far back. Let's go for those next while the other one is still advancing because all eyes are on the one that's getting into position. So we let it get into position, and once
So
it's
then-
in position, we kick it off.
So then
And we've
this one
got
right
ours
here.
on standby.
Yeah. So aim for this mech right here.
Top
Murray.
left, I'm assuming, is what you're going
Yep.
for.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one right here then.
All right. These two mechs are in like signal nirvana. So it's not that they're too far. There's just a ton of net activity
Okay.
that's centered on those locations. It looks like the building to the far left is the broadcast hub for whatever network is operating here. So you're going to have it's going to be a 12 or higher to hack that guy.
Okay. Quick
No
question.
pressure.
Are these just crates right
Yes.
here?
Yep.
Okay.
Those are crates.
Do we know what's in them? Is that where the pancakes are?
Cream pancakes.
You don't know what's in them. They're closed. They're kind of like big gray gorilla boxes.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
Gino, can you see anything coming off of those with your high speed carnival bucket?
Ooh,
I'm currently watching
that-
this guy.
17.
That's a good number.
Outstanding.
Damn.
That's
nice.
1 degree. No, just short of 1 degree.
Yep. So you put that guy into standby mode.
All right.
All right.
Do you want me to go ahead and try and get this last one over here on the corner?
Roger,
go for
Roger.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
Same
So
situation as the other one.
All right.
While
So
they're
while
doing-
you, yeah, go ahead.
While they're doing that, I know you said there's a lot of comm traffic, and since I have just a little bit of understanding of technology, is there any way that we can possibly hear one of the channels and at least get an idea of what they're talking about?
Yeah, let me hack the comms first before we go to the last mech then.
Yeah, because I don't think you have any comm gear. I mean, you have your regular comm,
Right.
but it's key to your frequencies. It's all set up for you guys. It's not necessarily something you can use to hack into somebody else.
Gotcha.
You would need a slicer deck like what Moray has.
Okay.
So
I'm vital.
I'm vital.
I feel so
They
important in this
need
way.
me. Yeah, you're gonna need more than just your radio. It's not like on MacGyver where he sticks a paperclip in it and suddenly he can hear everybody.
No, it's a paper clip and a stick of gum, and then you've got a nuclear bomb.
Yep, it's true.
Yeah.
But once he's done doing his deal, he can probably break into the comms.
So would this still be network for the comms, or would it be security?
That you're doing, it's still the network intrusion stuff because you're basically breaking in and then trying to subvert a channel and then shut it down without letting them notice.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna try and get hack into the comms before we go with that last mech. Right now it's 2-on-2, so pretty decent odds there.
Okay. Now just keep in mind, you're not subverting these to your side. You're just shutting them down.
Yeah, you're just putting them to standby mode.
Okay.
To standby,
Yeah.
right?
So you're gonna need to rehack them again to
Okay,
enable them for our use.
Yeah. So and to give this a sense of scope, you guys are hanging out like in unsecured passages while he's doing this. Each one of these takes 5 to 10 minutes just to put into standby mode because it's not just him going and like accessing a router, typing admin for the password, and then being like, and then hitting
my password,
and then exactly, and then hitting standby. Right? I mean, you're actually breaking into their network without noticing, finding the access nodes for their control comm because these aren't bots; these are drones. Somebody's going to have to pilot these, right? And then you're putting them in standby, and then looping a drone feed to make it seem like the drone is still active, like they still have control, but they're,
So I'm going to pull security on the rear.
Gotcha.
Just because you just said it's unsecured. So I don't like that. So we're just going to,
Now the other thing to understand, right, is if you guys look at the top side of the map, right, and you look up here, that's another passage.
Yeah.
Right. So the mission was to capture, contain, or kill. Right. So that's a squirter entrance right there, or a squirter exit. Right. So people can, if the shooting starts, there's possibility that leads somewhere.
Is this a passage right here as well?
It looks like it leads.
Can you put the map up?
Yep. One map coming up. So it looks like this leads to some sort of maybe drainage.
Okay. All right. So we've been here a while. Do you want me to just go ahead and get the comms?
Yeah, get the comms.
Yeah, comms.
All right, going into comms.
All right. Comms 12 or higher.
13.
Yeah, there you go. All right. All of a sudden, your buckets are filled with traffic. You start getting the updates of what's going on. There's a lot of simple cross-checking. It seems like every 5 minutes, you have comm checks between the outer guards.
Okay, so that's good to know.
Right.
So my question is, do we want to? How do we want to proceed? Do we want to just have Moray activate the or get the mechs subverted fully, and then when they do that, we just fire, and then have Hammerhead jump across the river and go block off that area up here, and then I start taking shots at people while somebody blows that E-frag at the same time, or what? It's like I just laid out the whole plan.
I mean, I just want to go shoot things. I'm good. Let's do this. We're not getting paid by the hour here, people.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
what I would like to do is I'm going to load a frag round into my underslung.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm going to focus on trying to drop it right there.
Okay. Kind of try and cause some disruption.
When everything kicks off, I am not sending it right now.
I would recommend right there on the center point, because I'm aiming for this guy right here.
You are okay. So yeah, I'm going to adjust and let's try to hit right there. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's just talk some elevation real quick, right? And we'll draw on the map just to give you an idea. So right here, right, that's elevated. So that's about 2 stories.
Oh.
Okay.
So this guy up here, he's elevated. He's on the roof.
So he's a priority target.
This guy is on the ground level, right?
So he's on even level with us.
Yes, right.
So
same with these guys here on their ground level. This is a building corner between two buildings, right? So this guy here and that guy there, those guys are elevated. Those guys are on the roof.
So
and you said it looked like they're unarmed, right?
They are unarmed. Those are technicians.
Okay.
These 2 guys right here, those guys are on your level. They're on the ground.
So you'd probably want to drop your fragger right in the middle of all 3 of these guys if you can. If the range is good enough on that. If not, then I'd just go after.
Well, can we see this guy right here?
Yeah, you can see him.
Is he armed or unarmed?
Unarmed. He's a technician.
Oh.
So I don't necessarily want to frag a unarmed person.
Yes, we do.
So with that knowledge, I'm going to readjust and I'm going to try to put it right here. Maybe hit these 2.
Gotcha.
Walt, you deleted the wrong one.
No, dude, magic of the internet. I got you. Right. So, all right. So just to recover the plan.
Yep.
Gino is going to take that guy.
I'm going to take this guy. Moray, as soon as Moray hacks these 2 mechs to do our evil purposes, and then where's Hammerhead?
I've got Overwatch with the Saab set up to go crew served if anyone wants to join. I also have the drone on standby to hit where the bridge is, loaded since he underslung his ion grenade. I would have had to have used one of my fraggers.
Okay, in that case, if Hammerhead is locked in place and he doesn't want to move, then
I'll move where you need me to. I'm ready to cause havoc.
What?
I'm just saying that we need somebody over here.
I've got the physicality to do it. So if you want me to move, I'll move.
Well, let me do it since I'm gonna launch a fragger here. That'll clear that where I can.
Now this area right here, right?
Yeah.
Right behind the mech is depressed. So it's kind of like a low ground.
Oh, send him a cookie.
Right? Yeah, send him a cookie. He's depressed. He needs something. Knight of Barsoom just wants to say, CJR, this is why you're going to get made into meat sauce.
What? Because I'm willing to get into the action and not sit around. I mean, I'm not full James Ward murder hobo.
All right, so this is a low area, right?
Okay.
And this mech here, right on the left side, is in standby mode right now. So if you really wanted to, Hammerhead, you could crawl through there.
All right, let's do that. I still have control of the drone, so it's not.
Okay.
All right, so now we have our plan set up. You
And our
guys-
hacker is prepared if I lose signal by moving to take over control of the drone, correct?
Sure, yes.
Because it's
I-
right where the bridge is. It's just out of sight and ready to go forward with armed with a fragger.
I'm balancing.
Oh,
two mechs right
E-banger,
now, man.
remember?
Yeah.
We strapped the E-banger on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's an ion on the drone. I've got a fragger in my underslung.
Right
So
on.
it'll be all good.
So
So-
you got your plan. You guys ready to kick it off?
Roger,
Yeah.
Roger.
All right.
What do I need to roll to activate them back under my control?
Well, Hammerhead needs to start moving first.
So
and
I'm
then
moving. What do I need to roll for athleticism or anything like that?
Do you have stealth?
I have survival, shooting, presence, awareness. No, I do not have stealth.
You should use your presence to macho man your way
You don't
across.
see me. You
Yeah.
do not see me.
He's got a moonwalk over there.
He's gonna moonwalk.
Just John Cena. It. You can't see me.
I mean,
Oh
I'm
my
willing to do
God.
whatever the team needs me to do because I'm a team player.
So we got Hammerhead. We're not looking at any. We're not looking at any. What do you? But man, I apologize, but your character portrait, you look constipated.
I think that would be
Drink more
athleticism,
Ovaltine.
wouldn't it?
I was
it
on
would-
athleticism.
Either athleticism or survival, I would go with. And give me that roll at a. So because they're not really stealth, I'm going to say 9 or higher for you to sneak down there.
And I get 3 dice, and I got a 16, 2 5s, and a 10 or 6. Excuse me.
I was going to say 2 5s and a 10. Don't get
So-
weird. All right, so
Public school math here, people.
you have a hovering drone. You have Hammerhead sneaking down beside the controlled mech,
Mhm.
getting ready to lay hate on that exit so that nobody gets out. Gino's getting ready to take down an Overwatch, as is Moray and Jax. And that's where we'll launch it the next time we pick up the action here on Operation Loki.
So, just for the record, this is important. You guys got to know this. So, Oba actually loves me more than anybody else. So, he's actually going to give me some pluses to my rolls. Just in case you didn't know that.
This necessarily is a. This is not necessarily a yes and broadcast. So nice try, improv. We'll catch you next time on the Galaxy's Edge podcast.